Hi, my name is Barb Cruz from the Michigan Depression Glass Society, and today I'm going to show you what's in your cabinets. Well, the best things that I collect are in my cabinets. Over here in this small cupboard is a collection of fan vases. I love fan vases, and my favorite ones are Fenton. This one right here, I actually have bought 3 of these, and the first one I bought was for my daughter-in-law, and I gave it to her for Christmas, and I was just so darn jealous. I wanted one. And then my daughter said, well, I want one too. So the next year, I bought one for my daughter from our glass show. Took me almost 5 years to find another one in Jadeite, but I just love it. Then we have this one. This is also Fenton, crystal with satin. I got this from Club, I bought it from Bebecula, and I love this. This is another large one. And then over here at the top is a smaller version of the Jadeite Fenton vase. Also, I have a Fenton turquoise fan vase. And over here I have orange and green slag glass. These are actually toothpick holders, but they go very well with my vases. And on the bottom they say NYC, Vogue, Merck Company, USA. And these are from the 1930s. So I have that one in green slag, this one in orange slag. And both of these up here, this one is the emerald green. They're 2 small anchor hocking bud vases. And this one has violet with leaves painted on. And these 4 little clovers in here are from my grandchildren last summer. They all picked a clover for me, and I put them in a vase, and I'll have them forever. The next cupboard, of course, as everyone knows, my family loves Katy Blue. My mom started collecting Katy Blue in the 1970s, and there's a lot of confusion about Katy Blue, and I've gone over this at Club before. Katy Blue has a certain pattern. There's 3 little bumps with a ridge and a little circle, and this is what the bottom looks like. Even though I also have this, a lot of people confuse it for Katy Blue, and this is actually called sugar cane. You can tell it's got the buttons. Now, one thing you have to watch if you do collect Katy Blue is your patterns. Some of the patterns on Katy Blue, you can see on this, you can see 3 definite little bumps there. So I don't know if it's later on in the day or whether there was something wrong with the mold, but if you'll notice, this is the same pattern and it's smooth all the way around. You can see a big difference, but when you're buying the glass, they're gonna charge you the same price for this one as they do for this one, because it is Katy Blue and they do command a big price. Along with Katy Blue, I also have Katy Green, and they call this Katy Blue's little sister. And the green is absolutely beautiful, and it does fluoresce. And there's also a dark, dark amber. This one is not frosted, it's clear glass. And frosted glass does command a higher price. I have this mayonnaise and these candlesticks were the first pieces of Katie Blue that my mom gave me many years ago. The difference between this one, she had 2 pair, but the other pair had the frosted on it. So these ones are clear blue. Another thing that they have are, these vases come in all different colors, and they were made in 4 or 5 different tops. Some of them are just turned up slightly, and some of them are turned up much higher. They also make them where they're completely flat all the way around, and they came in about 6 different colors. Of course, you have the cream and sugar. They have the flat top, which is the same rim that would be on all of your plates and dishes. And then these are just a tad hard to find. These are the tumblers. They have a clear bottom. And I have a place setting. I've got enough to have a luncheon, but I only have 1 dinner plate. And the dinner plates were given to me and my sisters from my mother, who also collected Katie Blue. Also in here, I keep Fancy Square. Now this is a beautiful pattern. The color is called Jadeite Clam Broth. It's made by New Martinsville from the 1930s, and I won this at the Christmas dinner that the Michigan Depression Glass Society had quite a few years ago. And this is the shape of the glass. This is called Fancy Square. Absolutely beautiful. It's like a transparent jadeite. Up on top, I have a selection of different wine glass stemware, but I don't know what those particular patterns are. This one right here is called Watermelon. I do not know what company, but the bowl and the stem are in pink, and the bottom is in green, and the bottom does fluoresce. And those are newer glasses. They're from the 1990s that friends gave us for our 25th wedding anniversary. So that is this cupboard here. And on to the next one. Well, I just did that program on Colony, so of course it's empty. But like I said, Colony sometimes needs a little bit of help to show the glass off. So I keep my pieces of the caramel slag glass in here to go with the decor in the kitchen. All of these, the mallards, this is called Little Pony, and this is called Jack the donkey. Those were all made by Imperial Glass Company, including this cruet with the stopper. And this one is called Windmill. I got these from my husband's cousin in Florida. It is marked on the bottom, which means that it was from after 1972. And this is milk glass in hobnail. And this right here is a real treasure. This is by Jeanette Glass Company. It's a reamer. Has the foot going along the bottom. Many years ago, I did I was selling a lot of reamers at club. My Aunt Pat gave me her collection, and I sold the reamers for her, and I learned a lot about them. The seeds, the kind that come with the cup that you set them on top, and this is the only one that was left, and she said I could have it. So I will always remember my Aunt Pat, and I will probably never use this. And the color of this is ultramarine. And then I have these old, this is for silverware. You know, if you're having a dinner with dessert, you can put your silverware in there off to the side. And across the top over there are shrimp cocktails. And I think I have 8 of them. And those are unidentified. I had the bowls for a long time. I did not have the inserts. But of course, on one of my wonderful visits to the Salvation Army, someone didn't know what they were, and they were actually in the candle section because they thought they were votive holders. They fit perfect. Okay, and the next cabinet, let me start right here. The next cabinet, I have my buttons and bows. This is the largest platter for buttons and bows, and it doesn't fit in this because it's recessed, so I keep it in this cabinet. And these are the dishes that I collect the most. Jeanette Glass Company. Formal name is Holiday. Informal name is Buttons and Bows. I have just about everything. These 4 glasses are my latest purchase. I've been collecting buttons and bows for well over 15 years, and I had never even seen one of these. In the books, they're marked at $200, and I paid a real good price for all 4 of these glasses. Now, one thing to bear in mind when you go on eBay and you're going to make a purchase on glass, make sure you look at the color very well. My first purchase on eBay, this milk pitcher was taken, they took a picture, and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I don't have a milk glass. I don't have the pink. And when it came, not exactly the same color, but it's iridized, but I still love it. Because you never know when you might need 2, but you can see the vast difference. So when I opened up that box and it wasn't pink, I was really disappointed, because not only did the picture show pink, he sold it as pink, but it wasn't. Buttons and bows is pretty easy to find. You still have to look a lot, but it is still relatively easy to find. I've got the cream and sugar, sherbets, tumblers, the large pitcher, vegetable bowls, a large bowl. The candlesticks are really pretty. You can use short tapers or tall ones, and they still look nice. These, if I find them, I buy them, because the bowls are rare. So if I find these, I snatch them right up. And the buttons and bows, it's such an easy pattern to remember. It's just all bows and buttons with a rayed center. And I have 2 platters in the back. Also in here, because it's pink, I have this satin vase, which is by Westmoreland, and it still has half the tag on it. And I have a Moonstone bud vase. And then I have a few of these, which are unidentified, but they're good for, little sips here and there. So those are my cabinets. And thank you for watching me. And one day in the future, I will be doing another video on slag glass. I collect 3 or 4 different colors, and Imperial is the one that I like the most. So we'll see you in the future, and thank you for watching my video. And I would also like to thank my husband, Orlando, for filming all this for me. Thank you very much.